This is WSN. Love it or leave it. The underdog's on top, and you can either agree or disagree with her. But either way, the tribe is all here. This is a tribe called Jess. You can call the show anytime at 855-77-WYLDE. That's 855-779-9533.
And welcome to A Tribe Called Jess. And oh my God, it's been over a month and I have the whole tribe here. I have Frank the Tank, Frankie Diaz, but I feel like he's in his Frank the Tank era full time. And I have Julio July Diaz, who has disappeared. Everybody thought he was dead.
I'm alive, everybody. Unfortunately.
And behind the scenes running everything, I have Johnny Caniford. What's up, John?
Hey.
I know you miss us. You miss my energy.
Of course.
And I have Chris Polly, who asked me to come back. I'm like, why would you torture yourself? Why would you do this for yourself? What's up, Polly?
I had a great time.
Did you get close to that mic, though, so we can hear you real good?
Sorry.
No, that's okay. You're learning. You're just a little baby.
Remember, you got to hold it like this.
Yeah.
Julio, what's going on? Does it feel weird to be back?
Yeah, I'm like looking at myself on screen. I'm like, so dark. What happened?
You guys went to El Salvador.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. But we're back from a 2-week hiatus. What a lot has happened in 2 weeks. I'm glad we took the break. I took it for not any reason. I had family, and then we had the little people wrestling, and I was helping run that, and it was a lot. But I'm glad because I felt like I was getting too anxious on the show and like questioning, like, am I good at this? And I'm like, wait, take a step back and just have fun. You love doing this. So as I was driving here tonight, I'm like, can you turn me up just a little, John? I definitely feel like I needed that time, and I'm glad I took that time. But anyway, everybody out there, I hope you're doing amazing. We miss talking to you. And if you go to the Wylde Style Network, that is WYLDE Style Network, all one word on YouTube, and click Tribe Called Jess. We are live, and you can join us in the chat. You can ask questions. You can give your opinion. I don't know what you're going to say, but you never know what I'll say either. And we would love to chat with you. I would love to hear what you have to say. And please subscribe and follow wherever you get your podcast. To YouTube on the Wylde Style Network, Facebook pages, of course, Tribe Called Jess, of all my social medias. The only one that is Tribe Called Jess, and the number one is Instagram. And if you would like to sponsor the studio or sponsor Tribe Called Jess or any of our podcasts, you can hit me up at tribecalledjessofficial@gmail.com. So we would love your sponsorships. I would love to pimp out your products.
Hell yeah.
I'm about to pimp out two on my TikToks. Yeah, one old lady product that works like a gem. And what else? Oh, this hair thing, because my hair, like, you see how awesome? I mean, I'm not trying to be like that, but like my hairstylist, like, go buy this stuff. It was $20. It lasts forever, and yeah.
Will it work for Chris and us? Or
No, absolutely not.
Does it work on beards?
I told you guys you need to go to Turkey and get the hair implants. They do a good job, and it's cheaper, and it works really well. You have to see this guy from 2 years ago to today. I'm like stunned at how this worked.
I'm good. I'm happy with my hair.
Whatever, you're the one that asked for help, not me.
I want to look like Fabio.
Fabio. Do you? Yeah.
Is he still alive?
I have no idea.
Oh my God, is he? Julio,
I mean, I haven't heard his
alive.
name forever.
And don't forget, guys, you can call in the show anytime at 855-779-9533. That's 855-77-WYLDE. W-Y-L-D-E. And I think we are having, real quick, at the Salisbury Center, and we are coming to you from the Salisbury Studios, fueled by Monster Energy. Thank you, Monster. And at the Salisbury Center, they're having the Guns N' Roses Night Rain International Guns N' Roses tribute. They're really good. I watched a bunch of their videos. They're doing, the posts and stuff.
Not finding out about this.
And that is a lie, and you should have been around. So not my problem.
I disappear a month, everything becomes awesome.
Do you know how to go to the SalisburyCenter.com or GetWylde.com?
I know how to get to the Salisbury Center.
GetWylde. You were here for Cagezilla.
Look,
that was awesome.
Stop following all those strippers on Instagram and,
You mean our fans?
Pay attention.
Have you guys seen the strippers lately?
It's been a while, right, bro?
It's more like, have they seen us lately?
Has it?
I mean, I can't even remember the last time. Not because alcohol was involved, but
You know, we're regulars. We never miss a week. The most, maybe 2 weekends go by that we don't go.
What
to the
city has our favorite strippers right now? Who has our most fans?
Australia.
I haven't even
That
gone
is
Perth,
true.
Australia.
The strippers in Australia love us. They do love us. That in Perth, right?
Yeah.
In the
Yes.
Perth, yeah.
Wait until we go.
Chris, there you
We're
go.
never come back.
Go. When I say they do the strip club, they don't just walk in. They
We balling.
they have the tables and God help me.
And
Anyway,
the champagne.
Champagne showers.
Champagne rooms, champagne showers, champagne bottles.
God.
Oh,
Pick
and
up some more
Fabio
followers.
is alive, but he's bald now.
Really?
Now, can you imagine that?
Oh my God.
I know. 'Cause I was like, really?
So, Polly, real quick, before we go round robin, why the heck did you want to come back?
I had a great time, even though I was a little tipsy.
You were tipsy. I couldn't tell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, that's why I had to leave the show early because I had to pee so bad. Because it was
Fair enough.
so hot in here.
Oh yeah, it's hot.
is good, yeah.
And then in the winter, it's cold. So, well, we're glad you have fun. Glad you came back. We have lots on deck tonight, guys. We're going to talk about. I put it on Facebook.
I saw.
We're gonna do my NFL hotties with the bodies.
I know, NFL's right around the corner,
It's
yes.
been a year, and we'll see. It took me 3 hours, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I put the twist on it and how I picked this year, and then we're gonna talk about some jumping in relationships past, but with a different take on it. I sent that to you guys today, and then is bad sex a reason to leave a relationship? And I went into EXO Nicole, and what a great article and interesting the way she looked at it. So I thought that was really good.
Well, I have a question
well,
about
thank
that.
you to my friend. I don't know if I'm allowed to say your name. It's hot wherever Jess is. That's one of my very good friends out in Arizona. Thank you for the shout out.
Arizona.
It's
And,
dry.
oh.
It's dry
dry.
too.
It's where Jess is and it's dry wherever Jess is.
It's dry too. I am legit almost at 160 days and I'm done my torture. I'm like, I have tortured myself. All right, so real quick, we haven't been around. You guys went to El Salvador. I have notes real quick. I don't want to bore everybody. You guys went to El Salvador. England's playing Spain on Sunday
Yes.
for the
Let's
final.
go.
My brother is so happy.
Yeah.
My brother came here from Germany all last week, and my nephew, Jackson, I love you, baby, my little nephew. He's amazing. And we had just the best time. My brother is truly my best friend besides Oshi. But my brother and I don't fight like Oshi and I do. Hi, Oshi. I don't think Oshi's on camera yet tonight. And then, let's see, 12 after 12, we went there, and Frankie, with these very nice girls, I don't mean it like that, but I had just been working, running. I had Dan DJing, so I was trying to pay attention. I could finally let loose. And this one girl, and she was trying, I get it. You know I'm not a judge, but there's a whole place to sit down. And she's like, and my face was like, I was like, oh my God, Frankie. And what did you say? You said something, a pain in the ass. I was like, no, a pain in my ear.
She's just excited to meet you.
Oh,
'Cause
I
I told
don't-
her about the podcast, and so she just literally almost
Way
sits
to
on her
throw me
lap.
under the bus. I didn't mean it like that. I'm always very, very happy. I'm very shy about it. You
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Very happy to meet our fans, especially the girls. But I was just in that place where I was like, I just need no peopling. So I sat up, they had the things like this. I sat up here at our table, and I was just like, oh, God damn it, Frankie, stop it.
She was like, it's Santa. Let me sit on her lap.
Where can I meet Jess at? Oh, boy. Thank you very much to the person that said that. Mike, where can I meet Jess at? Very sweet. You be afraid. How much
Yes,
to
you
meet?
will.
Yeah, I usually see her in my nightmares.
Yes. It's horrible.
You don't have to try that hard.
Sorry.
You're never allowed on the show again. Never again. All right, and then let's see. Hawk to a girl. We had Hawk to a girl who I said she will capitalize, make money. Everybody's making fun, all these lies and rumors,
Yeah.
and it all got cleared up. And what did she do? She went and made a ton of money.
Yeah.
And she met Shaq.
Did she?
Yeah.
The one
No, I'm
thing
sorry.
that
Shaq met her.
yeah.
And
That's
here's
the one thing I'm excited about, that she got to meet Shaquille. He's like my all-time favorite.
spit on that thing. I was like, oh my God. I'm sitting there laughing my ass off. Women and men are saying the worst things. And I'm like, she's a kid. She came out of a club drunk and she was on several podcasts. She's like a really nice girl.
She likes what she likes.
And I'm like, good for her. And she's like, I was more playing her little accent.
Yeah, her
I love it.
accent, yeah.
Have you
She's
not
like,
been on the air since that whole thing happened?
No. That
Feels
happened
like
that
it feels
week.
like it was so long ago.
but
at
it
this
wasn't.
Point.
It was like 2 weeks ago, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and I posted the whole interview for that for context for people because I was like, that was the last little segment. Like, and but just a tour. I thought it was fun. I mean, she's just saying what everybody should be.
I mean, he got old quick though. She was like everywhere.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
You know what? When she made that deal with, I think, Fatheads, like 150,000 in one, like 6 hours. And
wow.
Yeah, that was the original deal. I think it was Fatheads. And now she's getting her own show. She's got a great personality for that.
Yeah.
She was on several podcasts I watched. I was like, this girl's smart. She's got a great personality. She's very kind. She doesn't judge. So I'm like, psh. Anyway.
She spits on that thing.
And she spits on that thing. I love it. I think it's hilarious. Anyway, I just don't take things that serious and feel a need to trash somebody that bad.
Disgusting.
Whatever, Frankie. I bet you hear spit on that thing all the time. Never mind.
I was
Anyway,
about to say something else.
no, say it.
They probably miss when they try to spit on that thing.
Probably.
I love you, bro.
Wrong eye.
And then 4th of July, I went boating. I had an amazing time. Thank you to John and Dania. We had a great tie-up. My boating friends from D.C. Kara came out. It was chill, like more chill on their boats than I could go down and get crazy on Rupp's boat. And then beyond that, it was really crazy. I think if I've even grown out that really crazy. And I couldn't even get down there to film for the gram. Some of those boats were listing. There were so many people. But I love that they're having that much fun. I always think, have fun. Hey, do it. Do it upright. But I got crazy dancing. And somewhere there's videos of Carrie and Ann and I on the back of Chris's boats doing these dance routines. We had a blast. So
that river gets really nice. Like I like how everybody ties up.
yeah, and we watched right in front of the Lincoln, and it's just I've done that. I've been so fortunate to be able to do that between my old boat and then my girlfriend's old boat, and then all my boating friends moving forward from 2 years ago. So I'm really appreciative, and it's more than appreciative because my little nephew, first time ever
Oh, that's right.
in America for 4th of July, and I wanted it to be special, and he was just in awe. And then we took the amazing dinghy back to the wharf that is like another speedboat. John Nelson and his toys, and I'm just like, oh my God.
Was your brother able to get a tan?
No, my brother's still pale. I made fun of him. And if he's listening tonight, Jake, get a tan. Get a spray tan.
Yeah, spray tan something, bro.
Spray
Because I saw
tan,
the
'cause-
pictures.
Well, his...
You saw him through the glare?
I texted Jess. I was like, somebody get that man a tan.
Look at Polly. Look, this is why I brought Polly. Please, can you hand me my drink?
Yes.
It's not alcohol, guys.
Not yet.
Lame.
And I'm finally not swollen anymore. Whatever it is came down the same
I know,
time.
me too. I was finally not swollen
Prednisone.
and finally came down. My stomach. Remember I was telling you I ate all those beans?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you and your dirty mind.
beans.
You and your mind.
Oh, so somebody said, Polly, want a cracker? I love that
Hey, you
you
spelled
guys.
my name wrong.
I love that you guys are participating on YouTube. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And we're on every Thursday at 8:30. And from now on, we'll have the chat. And you can always email or get us on Facebook. We're starting a segment that Julio named called Tribology, which we're putting in this. So it's basically what would the tribe do? What would Jess do? So we called it Tribology. I'm like, do you want to take advice from fucking us? Are you sure?
I'm like the last person I want to take advice from.
I don't know. I think we're actually pretty good at it. We've gotten good at it. Anyway, moving on. NFL is coming. Are we
I know.
excited?
Yes.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
we got
What's the NFL?
Commanders.
Well, we got a new coach, so,
We have Ravens and the Cowgirls over here.
Oh, God.
What?
Actually, I'm excited about the Cowboys.
You should be.
Because they're in, disarray. It's
Yes.
they're not signing anybody. They don't have no running backs. The rumor is that They might be selling the team.
What?
Yeah, I heard that one
Yeah,
too.
oh, there's a whole bunch of
Saudi
old, too.
Arabia
He
is
said,
supposed
"Do
to be
you
buying
wanna
They're
everything.
saying-
What?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah, they're buying everything.
I can even. I
They
need to
already
watch
bought
more
the,
TV.
was it the golf one?
What?
The golf.
Oh, the
course.
tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the golf tournaments. They own it now.
Wait, what?
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, the PGA
No,
Tour.
so we're saying
Yeah, the
that
PGA
Jerry
Tours,
Jones.
yes.
The rumor is
Really?
that Jerry Jones might be
Yeah.
getting
crazy.
ready to put the team on, for sale, and it's going to be like the biggest sell in the world for a sports franchise.
What's the most
And
expensive
then we have
team in the
Colts
league?
fans. We have Colts fans up there. I don't mind the Colts, but the Cowgirls, Nope, sorry. Chris and I have been bantering on Facebook for years, yelling at each other. But I get him good. He gets me good.
You get quiet every Sunday though when we win.
Yeah.
I know that much. No smart comments that day.
Let's see what else.
But
do
we're
we
back.
have?
We have a new coach, a lot of new players.
Yeah, you got
I'm
my
excited.
coach.
I'm excited.
When is our
Same old
first?
Commanders.
When is our first?
I was like new coach, new this, new that. But same old team.
You took my coach.
I give the cowboy vibes.
What is it? If you can't beat them, buy them.
Wow.
You can't beat them by
Yeah, we
them.
took a whole bunch of their good defensive players too.
Yeah.
What are the cowboy vibes, Mike? I don't know what the cowboy vibes are. So when is our first game? You said.
The preseason's August 10th,
When are the Commanders?
but opening is September 8th. We're in Tampa.
Okay.
We should go down to Tampa for that first game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I love the NFL.
Yeah.
And I love the NFL. I know the game, yada, yada. But I also, each year, rate the hotties with the bodies. And it took me so long this year. All right, so I'm going to tell you why I said it was with a twist. Okay, because this year I was like, all right, I got the list, because they do have this actual list, right? I get the list, and I'm going through, and I pick, like, I don't know, 20, and I get that down to 15, and then I'm kind of like, okay, who's honorable mention? And then I take the rest and how I'm going to put them in order, and I had to do a top 7, not a top 5.
Wow, that good, huh?
And I looked at video interviews of people I didn't know to get their personality. The ones I did know, I was like wit, charm. But what I did for each of them is what charity, what philanthropy are they out there doing within the community? Because that matters to me.
Did you also check their star signs?
I did not.
She saw how big their heart
Because I never want to
is.
meet them. Because they'll ruin it. I know they'll ruin it for me. Some way, somehow. I just want to admire them.
We're gonna have to cancel
From
that meet
afar.
and greet that I set up for the Commanders for her to meet her dude, to meet Sam. So I guess she doesn't want to meet him.
I don't know.
Oh, now you changed your mind.
I know.
He's too young. He's too young. Like 24 is too young. Too young. Even as a toy, he's too
Don't
young.
even want to talk about age.
He's too young. And right now, I shouldn't meet anybody because I'm almost into 160 days of my torturous celibacy on purpose, and then I'll make bad decisions. So
Yeah. I mean, by the time September, October comes around, ready to go.
Thanks a lot, Julia, for having faith. All right, so let's start with honorable mentions. I'm going to go with honorable mentions first, and some ladies are going to be upset with me because on Facebook I asked today, and guys, I'm so sorry. I tried.
Careful, Jess. Frankie was upset last time.
First honorable mention, he's going to be upset again, goes to Joe Burrow. QB for the Bengals. I
Dude,
can't.
7 this time. Like, who the hell beat him out?
I cry. I tried. I didn't cry. I cried and tried. He did do the modeling. Over in Europe.
He let his hair grow out. Like,
I don't see it. For me, I don't see it. But girls do. Girls do, Joe. And nothing against you. You were my first honorable mention, so you would have been 8th. You wouldn't pick me either. So yeah, I'd be like
So
not
you
even
went from-
on your honorable
you-
mention.
He went from almost top 5 to almost top 8. So he's just going back.
Too many better looking ones came up. I
Okay.
mean,
Ron, No Nut July is for me.
I don't want to spend a lot of time on them. I didn't know. I had to put these together. Nick and Joey Bosa, right?
Bosa?
Bosa. Sorry, guys. I don't have my glasses on. Obviously, Joey plays linebacker for the Chargers, and Nick is always going to be somewhere in there for me because of those quads. God, those are beautiful. Like, that body is sick, but those quads are, and I'm not even that kind of girl that I'm like, oh, dude, look at those quads.
So if we were at a Baltimore-Pittsburgh game, you would be cheering for Pittsburgh. Wow, Julio.
I feel
No,
betrayed.
I wouldn't.
Wow,
I'd be
Julio.
cheering for his quads. I am never cheering for Pittsburgh. Sorry, Steelers fans. Sorry.
Stops the play with his quads. Damn it, Jesse, you and his quads.
Christian McCaffrey was in my top 5 last year. He's an honorable mention. He just got married. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, to
him
Olivia
and-
Culpo, right?
Yep.
She's ex-Miss USA.
And then
Former.
Jair Alexander. He is cornerback for the Packers. And then what's his? Help me here.
These are all honorable.
These are all honorable mentions, guys. And then I say this wrong. T. Hisn, Boston wide receiver. Tay Hisn.
Diggs?
No, I don't know. I'll figure out. Anyway,
Tatas.
they're honorable mentions. Nobody cares.
I'm like, that, the last guy was from Boston.
Yeah.
All right. So before I begin my top 7,
From Boston, you
I
mean New
asked you
England.
guys to come up with a girl. I didn't list half the league, Mike.
There's
Come
no
on.
girls in the NFL.
I'll rank the top owner.
Little girlfriends / wives.
I'll get on Notebook Wagering, Mike, and rank the top owners. They are a pod right before me that focuses on sports, so I can get on there and rank the top pod owners with them. That would be fun.
Top owners, as in
What girls do you think, whether it's cheerleaders, I asked you guys to pick somebody within the NFL organization, reporter, it could have been,
The Dallas
cheerleader?
Cowboys has the hottest cheerleaders.
which one? I said one.
All of them.
They are. I watched the documentary.
that's like an 80s, 90s thing. It's-
No, that documentary is amazing.
I'm saying,
I watched
but-
it.
This is gonna hurt.
It's for today. Like they went through the process of how they pick each year. On Netflix.
But I don't think they're as popular as it used to be back
they're
in the day.
they're 100%.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
hard to get in there.
And the wear. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying I remember it was like it was like a big deal before. I don't even hear them mention it. I haven't heard them mention in years.
All right,
I'm not
let's
saying
get
they're
on
not
with
hot.
it.
Sierra.
All right, so nobody has anybody.
Sierra.
Nope.
She's the hottest cheerleader. But it breaks my heart because she cheers for the Pittsburgh now.
For the Pittsburgh.
Well, at least you knew.
Yeah.
And
At least
you
I
just
said
said the
something. I did
whole-
my assignment.
I do like that commentator. She's
Erin.
No,
The one
she's
that-
you said any sports. She's
Yeah.
in boxing. I would have to look her up because I didn't.
No, I
bother
said
looking her up.
NFL, but
Oh.
Oh,
No,
Jess and
I don't
honorable
have anybody in
mention
the NFL.
Alex
There's
Earl.
nobody.
Alex Earl. Yeah, fair.
I don't watch football for that. It's all about football for me.
You want to see sweaty men?
Sweaty man.
Frankie watches it for
With
pure
quads.
masochism. This team every year.
All right, you guys ready? Top 7.
All right,
Drum
let's
roll,
go.
please.
Number 7.
Coming in at number 7, I think this is going to shock everybody. One of our friends said the Chiefs owner's daughter, whoever she is. Yep, she's very pretty. I agree with you.
Oh, Belichick's current girlfriend.
Is it?
Yeah, the coach. I can't remember her name. But she's like 25.
She's
Is that
22.
Belichick's
Yeah, I
girlfriend?
saw
I've
that
seen
one,
her.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's not
Samantha
Belichick.
something?
Oh, wow. Hunt.
Not the
Hunt?
daughter of the Chiefs, is it?
No, he's saying that's the. All right, moving on.
I'm sorry,
You're-
the real
okay.
list.
Yes.
All right, so Sam Hartman at number 7. Guys, he's beautiful. I know. I knew it was going to shock you. He has great hair. He loves dogs. But he hasn't really done anything yet. The interviews I have heard, I don't know. I'm kind of.
He's learning
Make
how
sure you
to-
mention your teams too, because
Oh,
football.
Commanders.
They're always wearing helmets and stuff. Not too many people get to see their faces.
But I'm happy he's with us. With the Commanders. So, but yeah, if it hurt my heart to put him at number 7.
Man, if that's number 7, who's number 1?
Well, hold on.
Stay tuned.
All right, guys. I know you're gonna kill me. I can't see. I'm so old.
Let's pan to Oshi in the
I-
meantime with his little ears perked up listening to this.
Okay, so at number 6, Jimmy Garoppolo, QB 49ers. I know every lady out there is going to be like,
He's
"Are
not
Wait,
you-"
he's not the 49ers anymore.
oh, well, who?
With the Raiders.
Okay, Raiders.
I thought he's not with the Raiders anymore either.
Well, who's he with?
Is he even in the NFL? I don't even think he's.
Yeah, no.
Continue. I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah.
I did Google all that.
But I think he's.
You're right.
He's like arena football. Watch.
I know. I don't even think he's with the
Rock.
Raiders anymore. I didn't let him go.
So, I mean, his smile is beautiful. I think he has one of the best smiles in the NFL. Yeah, and I want to
Oh,
point out.
he's in LA.
Okay, Chargers. Right?
Rams.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Look at that.
Am I allowed to continue?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I want to point out. I want to point out each thing that they work with, like each charity or something they do. And the reason I do that is I believe that the one thing this country has lost is a sense of community.
Yeah.
And I think it's the one thing that always unites us, and we're good people. And so Jimmy he spends a lot of time with fallen soldiers, wounded warriors. He's hosted families. He does a lot with the TAPS organization for people who have lost people or veterans, so on and so forth. So I really respect him for that. Thank you, Jimmy, for giving back in the community.
Well, you know, the NFL's huge for that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like I
But-
think the one like sports that I don't
He said, "I
obligates.
think I'm in love with those glasses, Grandma." I don't blame. I can't see shit.
But yeah, so they promote they
Of
encourage
course,
their players to always.
but
give
all
back.
of these guys have done more above and beyond that. Like with the time they have and this and that, all of these guys have done more. You know, they're required certain things, but have done more. So
That's good.
Number 5, I have Braxton Berrios, Alex, otherwise known as Alex Earl's boyfriend. I'm a big Alex Earl fan. Braxton is 5'9" and a wide receiver, and he's also a return specialist. I didn't realize that. And, you know, watching his TikToks with
For who does he play for?
Miami Dolphins. Don't even. I know what you're trying to say right now.
No,
From our game. What I like, I'll tell you, because I watch so much of Alex Earl. He is such like the perfect guy for her. He's so on board and supportive of what she's doing and just into it and just so celebratory of her. And he means it. Like it's just so stinking cute. And he wrote her the sweetest thing like for her birthday. And I'm like, a man wrote that? Like in such an intricate way. Like kudos to him. But out in the community, he
You mean a man wrote that? Men are very poetic.
They are.
They are. We are.
We are.
I like they are. I agree, they are.
Braxton works a lot with Ronald McDonald's house. He's taught financial literacy to kids. So I think that's awesome because I think that's one thing missing from our school system is teaching kids about finances.
This country learn how to read too.
I don't know. At number 4.
Number 4.
Odell Beckham. 4. I'm at 4. See, I can't see. 3, 4. Odell Beckham Jr. I just think that man.
He's still wow. Okay.
I think that man. He just speaks sexy. He just like he exudes sexy. He exudes like taking care of a woman. When I look at him, he's never had any real issues. Like I looked at all these guys to see how much trouble they caused in their careers. And he does so much for community. I love what he does for community. Cancer research, hunger, Make-A-Wish. There was another big one he's in. I mean, he's just into so many things, and I really respect that about him.
Who's he with now?
He's the wide receiver for
I don't because I
Is
think
he
the Ravens let him
Miami?
go, right?
Yeah, he's in Miami now.
Miami,
Miami?
wide
Yeah, he's in
receiver in
Miami.
Miami. Yeah, because that was the big thing because of didn't he leave the Chiefs? Wasn't he in the Chiefs?
No, he was with
Who
the
was
Giants.
that got upset with the Chiefs? And you were like,
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, that's it.
Oh,
He looks like he would protect me. He's just a sexy man. I think I didn't realize he was that young. He's pretty young.
is he still in his 20s?
Should be in his 30s.
No,
by
he's in his
now.
third. I'm 49, guys. Come on.
Well,
No, but
He's
for
over a
her.
football
I mean,
player.
I
Well,
do-
you're saying it for
I-
her, like
I
if
do
you're
date-
31, that's super
that's
young
still-
still.
yeah.
I do go to 35, maybe
forgot.
younger. And
He's 31.
yeah.
Yeah, 31.
Okay, in number 3. 3. This one I know the ladies will like. I know Julio will like it.
You're a lady.
I'm a lady.
Josh Allen, quarterback for the Bills,
Yes.
standing at 6'5" tall. That's hot.
Chris, did you just go oof?
Yeah, wait for a Cowboys. Number 1.
Jess almost killed me.
Number 1.
I like how he's so
waiting.
up high on your list,
Cowboys,
Jess,
like,
despite
who?
you almost killing me last season for rooting for the
Number
Bills
1.
against the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Don't go there with me. We'll get to that. I think he has that all-American boy look. I looked at a lot of photos. He's not my sort, except for that 6'5". Damn. And he's just very endearing. And he does a lot with forgive.com, which helps Americans get out of debt. Forgive.org. I'm sorry. So if that's something you want to contribute to, and I think I'm going to make this list on and put what charities.
Yeah.
And, you know, anybody out there can get involved on our level, right? Whether that's through donation or if they do something within our community. Instead of us arguing on Facebook, let's make our communities and Instagram and all everywhere
Correct.
else.
Yeah.
Let's make our community. Facebook is doing nothing to change our communities, and we have to take back control of ourselves, right? And we have to help each other, and that's how we get through stuff the best as Americans. We always have. And then this one made my top. Number 2, he made my top 5 last year, and he just keeps getting better looking. I mean, I want to marry this man too. Number 2 is Chase Claypool, 2nd year in a row. And he is your wide receiver for the Bills, 6'4". And oh my God, that body, that face, he's just hot. He's just hot. Agree? Or do you even know who he is?
I know he is. He was your top. He was on
He's
2
hot.
last year, wasn't
He's
he?
hot.
He was with Pittsburgh last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he is, I think, still with Pittsburgh.
No, he's at Buffalo
Bills,
now.
Wide
Yeah, he's
receiver
Buffalo,
Bills. Sorry.
No, you
He's
did
a-
say Buffalo.
He's actually he does modeling, but he is a global ambassador for football, helping youth teach children and help them cultivate their football dreams and teaching them the ins and outs. He also does a lot with youth suicide prevention, awareness,
good.
intervention through Chasing Hope. So I think that's
like that
great.
name.
I think that's great. So Chasing Hope, yeah, that's a good one. So
Okay,
good on you.
emphasize that P.
Chase Claywood, for just being so amazing to look at. And oh God, it's hot.
Chasing Hope.
How do you guys like my list so far?
Not one cowboy. You don't like cowboys?
I don't
said
have
hot.
anybody good looking
Yeah.
enough.
And that's since Tony Romo
Tell
retired.
them
Tony
Tony Romo
Romo.
was not good looking. Ew, I don't know why everybody thought that man was so hot.
His dimples.
What Jessica did.
Oh yeah,
And
she
who
did.
else?
She left him though, didn't she?
Jessica
No,
Simpson. The other
he left her.
blonde singer.
Carrie
Country-
Underwood.
Carrie Underwood, yeah.
Yeah, Carrie Underwood.
Well, we see they're not with him,
She
so he
dated him.
obviously sucked. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
They just ruined his football career.
I think Brittany was a side piece too.
Spears.
Yes.
Love me some Brittany. Love
He
me
has a
some
thing for
Brittany.
blondes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think his
At least
wife's
he
a
has
blonde though.
Good for the good,
She's
good
not.
for
Yes.
good for him,
I think so.
Romulus.
I need air.
like
All right.
Romeo.
And number 1,
Number 1, drum roll.
drum roll. For the 2nd year in a row,
No way, really?
3-time Super Bowl winner.
Wow.
Arguably, maybe the best tight end ever. I liked him way before Taylor and Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
Mr. Taylor Swift.
My Viking. In my mind, love of my life, Travis Kelsey. We all knew that was coming.
I was like, Jason Kelsey, let's go.
But I want to list why, because I think I take a lot of shit for my love of Travis.
Yeah.
But the family aspect, the way he loves his family, let's talk about
Family aspect.
That's all Jason right there.
that. I like Jason too. He should have made it. But
He's number
out-
one just because Jason.
He's out of the
Jason
NFL. He's
Kelsey's
out of the
brother.
NFL. He's everything. The family. He's funny. He's witty. That smile. He's the most supportive boyfriend ever.
Yeah.
No matter where you are, you meet people where they are, right? They're like, well, they
He's
have
so
money.
charismatic,
They have
yeah.
money, this and that. I was like, well, you can do the same thing in your relationship. You're not flying overnight red eye to go see your girlfriend and perform at the Air Store in Ireland. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. But you can do something with intent, right? Right
Yeah.
here where you are. And so people make that as an excuse. I just love that. I love his laugh, the masculinity, just down to earth. And and it's been 1 year as of Monday since he tried to shoot a shot at Kansas City. And look at us now. And I said it was
Look
going to
at us
work.
now.
Look at us
here.
now.
I said it was going to work. And shout out to him. Travis has 87 in running. That's 87inrunning.org. What don't they do for empowering and helping and finding resources for disadvantaged youth in both Cleveland and in Kansas City?
Oh, really?
Absolutely. They just serve underserved communities. And it's really interesting of why he did this. He grew up in a very melting pot area of Cleveland, but he had a very intact family. I mean, even though they're not together now, they stayed together until the kids were in college, I think. But he saw within that not everybody had that advantage of that intact family and all those things. And he's like, if he made it, he was going to do something like this, like help. And I just think it's wonderful. And I looked up the pictures and I went to the website and watched a lot. And he really does get involved. It's not like he started this charity and is like, peace out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we think of my? Come on, guys.
I love
I don't bring you
Travis.
here to sit here.
I mean, you're just like, oh, Travis, Travis. I'm just letting you know,
She's like, hook to Travis.
choking all over Travis.
Spit on that thing. No, I love that he's with Taylor. You know.
No,
that.
I think he's a good-looking guy, very charismatic, funny.
Funny.
You know, he does have really nice eyes,
Keep it in your pants, bro.
Jesus.
right? Because
Getting excited. You getting excited? Why do you
boy.
want a boy to do a man's job? I wish he would let her talk. What? What? Who didn't let me talk?
I don't know.
Probably Frankie. You can't yell at our fans.
Jessica's talking about like
This guy
say
said,
something. This
wait,
guy's talking about like
Shut up.
be quiet more,
I love it.
say less.
You
I
can see on the
love
screen,
it.
turn his mic
Wow,
down.
I think I'm in love with those glasses. Grandma, is that you? Pretty much, guys. I am old enough to be a grandma, but I'm not. Nico, I'd kill you if you had children. My son is 21.
Nico
No,
calls and he's
no.
like, Mom, now that you mentioned it.
I'm surprised.
Please, no. God, no. Well, I ain't watching nobody's baby. I'll be a good grandma. I'll
Hey.
spoil, but I ain't watching nobody's baby.
He is Latino.
I'm in my selfish era. Nico's out of college next year. I'm in my selfish era. No mas. No mas. Mommy is done. Oh, I love
Mom, I
that
got some
kid.
important news to tell you. Jess is like in Greece.
I know, right? It was funny today. He used to sing in the car when he was like 3.5, like when he first came here from Guatemala. Remember that song, Delilah?
Hey there, Delilah.
Yeah, with that first line, "Hey there, Delilah."
What's it like in New York City?
Right? And I said there was this meme that came up today. For fuck's sake, Delilah, I hope you can tell me what's going on in New York now or something. I said to him, he was dying. And then, he used to sit in the back. He was like 4, and I pick him up from preschool, and he's like, "Mom, Delilah." And he'd look at me and go, "What you do to me?" I wish camera phones were what they were, because that one I don't have on video. I wish I did, but it's right up there.
It's right, yeah.
Until I forget.
So,
boy.
so dementia hits you.
Who would you have picked? Just go round robin as it's okay to say a good-looking guy. Who would you pick?
I don't really focus on the NFL players. Like they're always in.
Of guys, you know who's good-looking, Frankie. You and I talk like we're best
No, I
girlfriends.
know what I'm saying. Okay, and I said I don't really look at that guy and be like, oh my god, he's a good-looking guy, because they're always in helmets. I don't watch their interviews.
Herbert, what's his name? From the Chargers.
Nah, he's got like pimples on his face, still like
Oh God, now
an adolescent.
I
Still.
thought you couldn't see them because they were wearing helmets, bro.
wait, John, what?
I was Julio said what I was about to say. Nailed on the head. How do you know they had pimples when they were talking about the helmets?
Because today they were on the show, they were
Exposed.
comparing his stats with Jones from the Giants.
Hey, that's not his face shot.
Yeah, no, so they were comparing him. That's why I remember just seeing his recent picture.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Sorry,
really
guys.
think because they're always like wearing helmets and stuff.
Yeah. You, Chris? Come on, you
that's
got it.
That's the last thing you think about after watching a football game. Why would I
You
think
guys
of this
act
as
like-
a good-looking man playing football?
Oh, for God.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what I've in the past. What I've noticed.
I bet you know what cheerleader's good looking when you watch that football game. So
Not
I
even.
All of them.
know you guys are lying right
The
now.
Ravens
All of
have
them. They
decent
don't have a
ones.
helmet on.
They didn't have some good looking cheerleaders.
No contribution from my tribe today.
I'll tell you what, though. What I have noticed is the
Maybe.
ones that have really like nice long hair.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're fantasized about having long hair.
Okay, who has the
why.
nicest hair?
Oh,
Chris is-
Jesus.
I-
No comment.
Probably pulls on his list. Top 50.
He's like,
It's a Walgreens receipt list this long.
he took into consideration length and girth for the hair too.
They got to be 6'5".
6'5". I'm looking for a guy in finance. 6'5", blue eyes. I'm like, so they made an EDM out of that song, or EDM song out of that
I
song.
saw it, yeah.
I'm the opposite. I'm 5'6" with blue eyes.
Well, there you go. You just flip the script on that bitch and just be like, "Come on, I'm what you want. Come to daddy." Hi, Oshi.
Calm down, Grandma.
Okay, Oshi.
Look at it, how pretty you are. You're so handsome. You're so handsome. All right. So we were talking, and I was like, I want to try some new segment stuff, and it's what would Jess do? What would the tribe do? And so then we kind of were like, let's call it something. And Hilly goes, tribology. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's because when I'm wearing like my headphones, it reads the message. It's like so and so said this, and it kept saying tribecologist. It wouldn't say tribecologist. It would say tribecologist. I was like tribecology. Let's go with that.
There we go. I think that's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. I was like, go Julio. So we're gonna get a little artwork made and pimp that out. So what I did,
gonna be a bong.
and so what it's going to be is either whether it's interactive over YouTube or prior to the show. I don't know why people would ever want advice from us. Yes, I do. Yes. I do.
Well,
What not to do?
since we've been hanging out a lot, my life has been upside down. Thanks, Jess. Just want to say that.
You're so full of shit. You're so lucky you have me. But you both are.
I don't know. Ever since Jess stopped having sex, you've been having more.
Are you having a lot of sex, Frankie?
What?
Wait, no, I want to hear. He just sold you
I think
out.
I'm going to say ever since Jess stopped drinking, Frankie's been drinking more.
That's what he meant to say. Yeah.
No, you didn't. So you're not going to answer now that you threw that out there? But if it were me, I'd have to answer. Frankie has a hog in those shorts. Damn.
Why don't you cross your legs?
Yeah, it's been bothering me. That's why I'm switching.
Frankie likes sitting crisscross applesauce. Remember that time? I want to sit like that. I'm like, what the fuck?
I know. It's,
What is happening right now? Anyway, so it's going to be viewers either before the show. I'll put my stories, ask me anything, ask for advice. You can ask anything. I think, as funny as we get, I put a lot of work. I know you guys do put in a lot of thought. As funny as we are, we want to help people. And I think we have done a good job by the feedback we get from personal messages or people coming up to us.
Yeah.
And that always touches my heart because that's always the point, right?
yeah, of course. I mean, we like to have fun and
also, yeah.
everything, but also when we could, help people out, we do.
Yeah. I mean, life is hard. Life is hard. And I think we've collectively all been through a lot of bullshit. And so collectively, we've somehow managed to come out of it, I think, pretty okay.
We can
And
share
in
the
fact,
helmet.
We can share the helmet. No, I want my own trophy. So I put it out there this week, and I got 3 questions. One was funny. It's from one of our favorite people, and he goes, "How do I get a date with you?" And it's one of our fans. It's one of our fans. And
I'll take this one, Jess.
Go ahead.
1, you have to know at least 5 Taylor Swift songs by heart. 2, 6'5".
That's not true.
3, your first name has to be Travis and your last name has to be Kelsey.
I wouldn't want to meet. I mean, of course, like I'd love to go party with him and Taylor, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I actually prior to Taylor, I wouldn't want to. I just want to just look at him from afar. He's just awesome. He's awesome. And the problem is for me, it's not about how he looks in the NFL, but personality wise, he's really set the bar. So far, I don't make this cutoff. That's pretty funny. So another question came from our viewer. I'm going to read it off of my phone, and I really like the way he put this because a lot of guys often ask about height, right? But he actually made it really. Sorry, guys, I have to find it in my phone, and obviously I am 49 because I don't know where I put crap. Okay, here we go. He said, women these days tend to only go for guys 6+, even if a guy that is shorter is pretty much a perfect match and possesses everything they look for in a man. I've been told that taller, bigger men makes them feel more secure with their body, meaning the male's body makes, okay? And what are your thoughts on men being disqualified strictly based on height and nothing else? And this is the part I thought was actually true, and I've never thought about this. He said, especially when a woman can do almost anything to make herself more attractive in her eyes and a man's eyes. And a man can pretty much only work out and possess the intangibles, but they don't mean anything unless you're a certain height.
I actually have a question. When did it become a thing that people kept saying 6+? Because it wasn't like that ever. I've never had a discussion that I can remember about height.
When the girls started getting taller.
I mean, can we actually?
I do have.
try to remember, like-
I'm waiting for you to finish your thought.
Well, that's my question.
So
'Cause to me, I don't care about height. It doesn't bother. I mean, I can't control it. I see these
Short King
ads.
love.
I see these ads where they're saying, those shoes, it'll increase you by 2.5 inches, and this and that, and I'm like,
That's real.
yeah, that's always on like, on the, yeah,
On Instagram.
yeah. But I'm like, I don't care. Like, I can't control it. I am as tall as I am. Look wise, I mean, I can
Well, do
control
better.
so much. I mean, I can sit up. I guess I could try to sit up more like straight.
Posture,
more
posture.
Cross your legs more.
Posture is
Posture
anybody
makes a
out there.
difference.
It is important. But anyway, story for
Yeah,
another
so to
day.
me,
The shorts
doesn't-
a little shorter. That would help.
No, don't get started.
Up.
Oh yeah, usually when I'm tanning, I roll them all the way up to my crotch. Okay.
Yeah, European
No,
style.
no tan lines.
we gotta take
French
you.
speedo.
Yeah, to me, it's whatever. I don't care about height. Like I've always
We have women
most of the women
fall-
I've dated.
What women fall in love with what they hear, and men fall in love with what they see. That's why most women put on makeup, and most of the men lie.
Oh, so short women like taller men because they can't hear the lies from all the way up there. Got you, chicken squat.
So I actually have a comment for you, Frankie, on that because I was thinking in the last few weeks. I really did think about this. I'm like, I mostly dated taller over 6.
I mean, anything shorter would be a little person. I mean, come on, Jess. You're not saying much there.
It's like Oshi.
Like anybody who's
I
13,
meant over
13 or
6'2".
old, is taller than you.
Oh, fuck all of you.
It's like the other term that's annoying.
I'm saying-
short king. Like
They have it on the thing.
I know.
like short king. I never considered myself. a
Thank you,
short
Mike.
king.
Appreciate that. So, how tall do you have to be to ride?
Yeah, you gotta be. What is it?
All right, I'm trying to
3
get my
feet?
thought out. I can't because y'all just won't shut the fuck up today.
3.5 feet.
3.5 feet.
You weren't
yeah.
talking. Now you won't shut the fuck up.
No, because you know I get triggered by that height thing.
Well, I'm reading
Short
our
kings.
viewers, our questions. Don't be upset with them.
I'm not upset with them.
Yeah, you're upsetting our fans.
Whoever said short king, send Frankie a crown, please.
Why is it always about the size? Always about the
So I was thinking the other day, I actually had the same thought. I just had mostly over 6 foot was what I was referring to. Yes,
Yeah.
anybody's going to be taller than me. But I was thinking the other day the same thing. I was like, when did that become a thing?
Yeah.
And then I did date some guys that were, probably like the shortest was, I think probably 5'9", 5'10". Not on purpose though. That's just it. But I don't remember it ever being a thing either. And I can only go back to the evolution of social media and seeing like everything else, so many options. And then somebody said it one day and it took off, and just like this pressure to be XYZ as a woman or XYZ as a man. Women are like, I have to date someone over 6 feet. I think it's very psychological. That's the only explanation I have. You and I have had this talk off record because we have our girl talks. I just tend to be attracted to taller men, always have. However, to answer the second part of his question, for me, it's attraction. But if I did meet somebody, I don't know how short I go or how attracted I would be to somebody that short. But if it did possess and I would connected with somebody on that level, I'm not going to kick them out just because of height. I don't know if that would actually, and I'm being honest. I'm always honest. Oh, thank you. Thank you, John.
I mean, but at what height it's like doesn't make a difference. I mean, because you're so short, right? So then
That's not fair.
5'10", like 5'10".
Hold on.
Like how
you
far
like
does
big,
it have to be?
What if you like big tits and ass? I mean, I like tall.
No. What I'm saying is, at what point it's like, like visually.
I like who I like.
No. I'm saying visually, like when you're looking.
I will
at
say I
how
met a
tall they are.
guy. Where was I?
Are you gonna be like, oh, you're an inch, not, you're an inch?
Hold on.
You told her she goes to the club with a ruler.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, at what
measuring
point
tape.
would it be
Measuring
like-
everybody.
Yeah.
No, Chris,
tape
and
measure,
I don't
sorry.
like that because I'm not like that at all.
No, but you're taking
Oh,
it
I
the wrong
know
way.
you're
I'm
not
saying
like that.
Okay, like I'm
No,
not say
meaning
like, let's say
him
like
be
boobs.
acting like-
I'm not gonna be like. At a certain extent, I'm like, okay, that's just too big.
I'm saying me personally
Yeah.
have always, from time of being attracted to men, have liked taller men. I have dated what I would consider from my normal attraction shorter. Generally speaking, though, I think women just have this in their mind. And I think if they actually met someone to answer, that is true, you can. That wasn't what we were talking about. I don't know who that is. Chicken Squawk. Yes, you can. He was kind of giving me a hard time for liking what I like as tall. You can buy tits and ass. I did not buy my ass, but I definitely bought my tits. And so, but that's not what he was referring to. Chicken.
Every time you say
Squawk
chicken,
too.
I want a chicken sandwich.
I know. I'm
Right?
hungry.
Wow, what it is.
But I just think that's in their head now. But I think some girls are naturally attracted. But would I don't know if that natural attraction for somebody, I'm not saying not under 6 feet, that would be ridiculous, would come with somebody shorter. However, it could, and I wouldn't kick them out. If that's who I was like, oh my God, you possess everything I wanted, sure. But I think high level speaking is what I'm saying. This whole 6 foot thing is because there's pressure, internet. It's all. I
think it's like a lighthouse effect. You know how you can see a lighthouse from far away? They can see the dude from far away, so they just like naturally go towards him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a guy at Flash, and I turned to our friend. That's what it was, and he was. I said, God, that's even too tall than what I'm attracted to.
Ah, there you go. See, there's too tall.
To answer, I couldn't remember where he was, and I was like, whoa. It was impressive, but I mean, it's nobody I would be attracted to. Way too tall for me. I mean, I'm also fat.
It's like, I mean, I wonder what tall women think. Like women who are 6 foot plus, they don't have that much options either, right? So, in terms
So-
of
That's what I was thinking, Ron.
because there's only so
Same
many
thing,
men.
Shaq.
That was another thing we were talking about. Like, there's only so many men that are 6 foot plus. Like,
Correct.
like,
Correct. You're correct. And there was this girl, the too tall, the Gabby, and I forget his name, that fell in love. You've seen them on the TikToks that it's trending, and she's tall. Like she's 6'9".
Really?
No, he's 6'9". She likes 6'9". She's like 6'3".
6'9", or she like 6'9"?
You know who I'm talking about, right? And so like, but then I know a lot of tall girls that, you know, maybe not that tall, but like that prefer shorter men or just don't care.
yeah,
So I think it runs a gamut. And
yeah. I mean, I don't know if I could date someone like a woman that's 6 foot plus. Like,
why Frankie?
no, just because he's so tall.
Well, that's
That'd
what
be
we
great.
say. He's so
Some-
short.
some
Not
nice
you.
shade.
Not you, but like I'm saying that's what
I
some
mean, if she's
women
attracted
think.
to me, I'll give it a shot. I'm not saying I'll give it a shot. It's just weird. Because like,
I know.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's what I look like with a tall man with no heels on.
yeah.
6 foot women that
I've
give Frankie a shot.
I've dated
I want to see
women
this.
that with the heels on are like super tall.
Yeah.
We have a picture to prove.
I haven't.
You haven't
Everybody's
dated
always
anyone
been my-
tall?
No, they all been my size.
Yeah. No one taller. Do you like taller women, shorter women? Same. Doesn't matter.
Never been with a taller woman. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
but even your
Are you
height.
attracted to them?
No, it depends.
You let her carry you around.
Let them talk.
I don't know.
I was just reading off the screen.
I mean, yeah, there's hot ones out there, but I wouldn't necessarily just walk up to them.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they ain't gonna look at me.
Well, you don't
No,
know
not
that.
necessarily. No.
Well,
You can't see. That's a confidence thing, and
Yeah.
you can't. It's like when I do like sales, right? But I don't spend other people's money. Don't make other people's minds up. Let her tell
That's
you that.
true.
And just know you'll be okay if they reject. Like when guys say, "You're kind of," I'm like, I don't care. Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not your cup of tea, or
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never thought of like, I've never looked at a woman and be like, "Oh my, you're too tall. Like you're intimidating." I'm on like, man, am I gonna be able to handle that? Like, because more legs.
Let's do it. Let's go. I'm down for it.
You know what I'm talking about? All those positions that you like
yeah,
to
but if you
enjoy,
lay
right?
down, you
When
line up perfectly.
Like to me, is
are
about
you talking
also,
about sex?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Like
You're right there.
Sorry, this
I'm
was
saying,
remembering a
like,
scene
you know,
from a movie.
Okay, you know how in the movies, right? Okay, in the 80s, we always had movies like they always had sex scenes, right? And it always had the guy pick up the girl and like fuck against the wall, right? So
What 80s movie are you talking about?
like all of them.
All right, can we get?
So the point of that I'm saying is like, so the more taller the woman is, the harder, you got to be stronger. You got to be able to do those.
Well, you better get your ass to the
So-
gym more.
But bro,
I'm saying that's the only thing that I
Messing
would.
with you, Frank.
No, but I'm saying that's the only thing that I've always considered. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, but in
But think
movies
of-
they make them look tall.
I love
but think
that.
of
I
think of
love
a
that.
pro for you though. The bigger the woman, the bigger the foot.
I love that. That's what goes through Frankie's mind.
Yeah, because that's what I've always said.
Because
I wonder.
this is how I know I'm a dude. Because with dudes, I'm like,
Yeah. So when I say I wonder how it feels to date someone shorter, is because I see how easy it could be those positions. Because I've always had to deal with women my height or taller, so I've always had to be like, now that I'm older, I'm like, man, my back.
to DJ, he said it's a struggle out here. If you're not 6 feet, on one of our fans on YouTube, I think it's a struggle everywhere. I think guys are just, and I want to get off this topic because we have a lot of show to cover. I think that guys struggle with this everywhere, and just I think advice to the ladies and men: like who you like, don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
But also, in all fairness, if like me, I know I'm attracted. I'm not limiting something, but I know what I'm attracted to. High level speaking. You know
but
what I mean?
I disagree with that comment that it's a struggle if you're not 6 foot.
He's saying where he lives in Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah, because women look for shade, so they need a tall guy to provide some shade up over there.
Fair enough. He's a. I know. I actually know him.
In my opinion, let's do it. Let's go.
And thank you
6'5",
guys.
6 foot.
I
let's do it.
appreciate your comments. And one said, "I like Polly. He doesn't talk much, but when he does, he spits game." Look at
yeah.
you, Polly. Just
Trying. I'm sober this time, so.
yeah. Well, thank God.
Yeah.
Fax machine over here.
Get him a shot. I'm just kidding.
No.
We'll take 2.
No, I'm not drinking. I didn't drink for 3 weeks.
Wow, she's like, get everybody a shot, but I'm not drinking.
Oh,
She
no.
You see that? She
No.
starts us drinking, but she's like, but I'm not drinking.
Well, no.
Birthday lower again.
And then our other viewer question, and I got to read my notes, and this came.
Can you put her stuff on the screen so she could see it? Because
No.
she's struggling over here.
I can see my notes, but some of these things, guys, come on, stop. So one of our fans wrote to me and is in a situation and wanted our advice, and they're in a very, very happy relationship, like super happy. This isn't like a mean thing. This wasn't like, and
But
But we're going to
No,
ruin
they're-
the relationship now.
she's so happy she wants to know how we can
oh,
ruin
why,
her relationship.
why would anybody give us questions for our new segment if that's the way we're going to be?
Jess, she's happy. She wants to know how you could ruin her relationship.
When you can't figure out how to break out with someone.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Put
What?
back on those glasses. I'm almost there. Stop it. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
Jesus.
I'll have John put my Venmo on the screen. You're welcome.
There you go.
You're welcome. Anyway,
Her Cash App is.
I don't do that Cash App stuff.
Not yet.
So she's in a relationship. Let's get on with this because we have a lot of show. She's in a relationship. They live together. They have a joint family, joint kids, and one of the kids, his kids, is more challenging. Just a lot of work. Has a little bit of, not problems like that. He's a great kid.
Requires more attention.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And she is. Since that, he's kind of leveled up in his career, right? Because she's put a lot on her. Give it to me. I'll throw some change. Gee, thanks.
Focus, Jess.
And because I can't help it. It's funny. And he, he's kind of leveled up in his career, and she wants to be so loving and help that she's kind of digressed in hers, right? In goals she had. And she's like, I kind of had to go to him, and his immediate thought is, well, I'll work more. Like, I'll fix it. Like, so you can do this. And then she's like, no. That's kind of not what I want you to do. We need to talk about this because I just can't continue to put my stuff in a loving way, right?
Yeah.
So, I think when I look at this, and I think you guys, what are we, a year and a half in together? I think what we always say, we got to be having good conversations and
Yeah.
asking hard questions.
Absolutely.
Doesn't matter. This is where we are now,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah,
they are
correct.
happy and love each other, and I'm super happy for them. And I love that she communicated, how do I do this the right way? And I think that's super healthy. So now we're here, and first of all, my first advice would be, and I hope she listens, and if not, I'll send her this, would be men want to fix things. It's their immediate knee-jerk reaction,
It's like
and that is who
instinct.
they are. So my first thing would be to validate that and appreciate that with your man. Because don't say, well, don't fix it for me. That's immediate. But and then my next approach would be like, but here is what I need, and here is my boundary with this, and here are my goals. And I don't need you to fix it. I need you to work with me so you continue to level up, right? And be where you want to be and be supportive. But we got to find a way for me to do the same. And we have to find that solution together and have those clear boundaries moving forward. And we got to be having fair conversations, especially if we didn't set those boundaries up front. This is a fixable problem, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I always want to go back to, guys, as much as your partner, and this has nothing to do with her, by the way, great partner.
It's
I
just
love
in general.
that.
Yeah.
Your partner is the most important decision you will ever make. They are forever. They will affect so much of what you do, but yet we jump, or we're so least intentional about it, and we don't ask hard questions because, and I'll get into this later on, the need for connection.
Yeah.
And the immediate need for attachment versus true connection, which is part of our show, which we'll get into. What do you guys think? What would you say to her?
I mean, they've been together for a while. It looks like,
Yeah.
right? And I
And they're
think,
great.
Yeah, I think one of the things we have to realize is that, we grow in a relationship, right? The circumstances change.
Yep.
But the communication always has to be there. He's leveled up. That's great. He's got some promotions, right? That's good. She's been supportive. She sacrificed her career, quote unquote. So
She didn't sacrifice her career, but she's having to put more in a back burner than she planned to.
okay, yeah. So now it's time to
Yeah.
have a serious conversation, right? You just gotta always remember you're on the same team and you
Yep.
love each other, right?
Yep.
So you shouldn't be defensive, and also keep in mind how you love each other. So you bring it up. You'd be like, you're doing great, but this is where I'm at now. This is what I'm struggling with. You have to be honest with also the things you're having a hard time with. And the husband should be able to listen, right? And understand where she's coming from, and realize that if it requires for him to step back a little bit, maybe be more involved himself in the household so she can, do her thing too. It's only fair. It's only loving, because one thing I remember is it's great as a guy to have a woman that's at home, right? Like taking care of the household. But at the same time, when you're taking care of the household, you also need to be able to have friends, social life. You're not just like a home caregiver, right? You're supposed to also expand. So because
Yeah.
when you limit yourself to stuff, if you don't communicate, then resentment sets in. And when resentment sets in, that's where the issue starts, like, really.
As Taylor says, complacency.
Yeah, yeah.
As Harry
So it's just something they need to talk about, and
Yep.
obviously they'll decide what's best for the relationship.
Yeah.
But communication.
Absolutely. 100% agreed.
Yeah, and I think we just have to remember, I think in everything in life we forget. We're very defensive. I've
Yeah.
been guilty of it. I
Super.
work really hard not to be, and learn that the only way to evolve is to always be kind and have good conversations. So anyway, Chris,
I agree with him.
yeah,
That's all I got.
You-
So, but resentment, yes. Once
Yeah.
that kicks in, you're done.
yeah. I don't think
Communication is the biggest thing.
you're done when you have resentment.
You just have to
think
talk it out.
You've got to find ways to overcome it. We're so easy. The key would be, now that I've gone through these 2 years of really self-awareness and focus, and we talk about that a lot, but it's been the greatest thing ever. And unless you do it, I don't know how to explain it to you, but when you're evolving like that,
I've done it.
Yeah.
And it's once you get to there, you're
lonely.
happy by yourself. I was never lonely. I was happy.
Self-awareness is lonely because you start. It's not about I'm not talking about relationship, and we'll talk about self-awareness on another show, and you're welcome to come.
Okay.
But Self-awareness is one of the loneliest journeys you ever come because as you learn to love and respect yourself, you realize people you can no longer have in your life, and it opens your eyes to a lot of people and things, and that they're not aligning with what you're doing.
Yeah, and the group gets smaller.
Yeah.
It does. And when I say lonely, it's the loneliest journey because for a little bit you isolate, and when I say lonely, I'm not like, oh, crying, like,
Yeah.
So.
You realize that how many people don't do, and we've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
How many people
I don't
don't
wanna
do
get
that
off,
self work, that self reflection? Like that. Look within and then work on yourself. Not too many people do that.
Yeah.
So when you
don't.
start doing it yourself, you realize that a lot of people, because if you take a step back, things could be like reasoned with, but a lot of people are not reasonable. A lot of times we're not reasonable.
Yeah.
And we get defensive, and the way we put things also, affect things. Like, she could come up and be like, "You're always working, and I'm always with the kids, and I
would
sacrifice
cry
my
if I had
career."
children.
So when you hear that as a man, you're like,
Ruin everything.
Kids ruin everything.
you kind of like take it like, I mean, it's not like that. You get defensive too because it's like, well, you're the one that chose. So then it just goes back and forth.
Yeah.
So it's a way how you
Yeah.
put things and how you communicate.
So to wrap that up, and please, guys, on any socials, on Tribe Called Jess, official@gmail.com. John, you can throw that back up there. I'm fine with it. I like it.
What are we talking about? Whoa.
Not that, John.
Now you spell my name different this time.
But anyway, just to wrap that back. You can email. I'm like getting distracted. I can't look, but I want
I
it there.
could tell.
But email us questions.
Yeah.
You can. It can be about anything. It can
Anything.
be about this. It can be about relationships, boyfriends, cheating. It can be about family. It can be about fitness. It can.
It can be about food.
I won't
It can be
touch
about, yeah.
politics and religion.
Oh, except
I
for that,
won't
yes.
do it. No,
Correct.
I won't do it. So anyway,
Ask about Oshi.
or you can ask about my dog.
He's behaving so well today.
He loves
the
his
heat.
mommy.
Would you
Yeah,
spike his
he's
drink? You
hot.
spike his water?
He's hot. I'm hot. I keep having blood pressure.
Yes, I know
surges.
you're hot. We all know that.
So anyway, which leads me into this quote I heard, and we often, and then we're going to get into this bad sex.
We're gonna get into this bad sex.
No, we're not going to get into bad sex. Is bad sex a reason to leave a relationship? But let's start
Well, what
here.
did Gaga say about bad romance?
Rah, 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 rah.
Do that again.
Watch out for romance.
Can you do this? Rah, rah, rah.
Rah, wait. This is rah, rah. I can't remember the dance was, but ooh la la.
Is it raw R-A-W? Is that what
No,
she's telling you
I
about?
just
She
read
says
it.
rah, rah.
No, she says something totally. I think I just read this.
It
It was
says like rah, rah, ooh la la, gaga. Watch out for romance.
what in the fuck? Oh shit!
Sorry.
Gaga gag. Did she hawk to it?
Kwaktua. Haktua. Gaga.
Lady Gag. Lady Gaga.
Watch out for
All right.
bad BJs.
All right, so which kind of leads me into this quote I read, and we've talked about this often on the show about how people jump too quick, but I like this take on it. I think we get better at explaining things to people, and people that actually live with intention and want to like actually change.
Yeah.
I think we'll start to grasp onto things. So I like to take subjects and get a little deeper when I see something good. So this quote came up from one of my favorites. I think you follow him too, Matthew Husey. On TikTok, he's a psychologist or something, but he's really good. I like his style. You've seen him a lot, right?
I think it's pronounced hussy.
Hussy? Is it Hussy? I like it. I like Hussy. It's hot. It's hot. But anyway, intensity is very different from consistency, and consistency is harder to maintain. And before we jump into the discussion, I want to kind of read what he said because I think I like this take on it. Jumping in too soon. Oh, this is jumping in too soon, but a different spin.
Okay.
Don't give an amount so fast that if it doesn't work out, you say, I can't believe I gave that much. The problem is we're not measuring our actions, we're measuring our feelings. And we're talking about in the beginning, like when we meet somebody.
Yeah.
We're not measuring our actions, we're just measuring our feelings. And he goes on to say, it's okay to be excited when you meet someone first, second date. Like, I really like this person. It's okay to have fun with the flirtiness and sexiness of it and that oxytocin just going off and that chemistry.
Yep.
And you're horny and shit. I get
Yep.
it.
Yep.
And it's okay to be excited and say, I really have fun with this person. And he's like, the problem is we get to date 3 and somebody's like, we should go on vacation together next weekend. It's like, hold. Like, and he stops the music. He's like, maybe we shouldn't.
You should smash first.
Yeah,
And-
test out the goods.
Yeah.
See if it's worth going on vacation. Sorry.
Exactly. Thank you, Polly.
You're welcome.
You are
Oh,
right.
skip
You are
one.
a man of many words.
Yes.
Because you're making decisions off these. I think going back to the quote, intensity is very different from consistency. And what happens is when we do that, now we're going to make attachment based on really non-attachable things. We think they are. We haven't really. Is this person consistent? We don't know that fast. Look, one of the things that can easily ruin my friendships with people, let alone as a relationship, is inconsistency. I don't need you up my ass, but the minute you're not consistent, you're out. Or I just don't want to be close to you. I can't. It hurts my feelings, and therefore it sets me off. So then I have an issue being close because I don't want to be that person to you. Does that make sense?
Of
So I'm
course,
very
totally.
self-aware of how I react to inconsistent people. And I think that you go away with someone, you create these quick attachments, these fast, and it's so tempting to make these bold decisions because we're all up in our feels. But what actions has this person shown me? What have I shown them that we're even compatible at this point? That they're even a good person. I mean, I heard a story today where one of somebody I know, a girl, they knew what guy was living a whole nother life, like a whole other one, and it's like
Double family type thing?
and now I don't want to get into it but it's just, I just think we're making that mistake of rushing too fast, and it's so easy to do it. And I think that summed it up, that we get it with these intense feelings and we have no idea, and consistency and being in that relationship. And remember, love is action and commitment is the value that keeps that action, that supports it. What do you think? I have more to say, but
No, I totally agree. Because what happens is it's that high, right? The emotions, you think everything's great because you're having all those emotions, right? It's okay to enjoy them. It should be that way. You meet somebody, she was so funny, she's so pretty, we clicked, I loved it. You want to keep riding that high, but that's not a reality.
Yeah.
It'll fade away. Because then, let's say you jump into a relationship quick like that, right? And then you guys all of a sudden don't feel those butterflies, that excitement. And now you're thinking something's wrong. The flame has died, this and that. It's like, of course it's going to die. Like,
oh, you're
not
gonna hate
always-
that motherfucker.
Yeah, you're not always going to feel that way.
Sex, and we'll get to sex next. And
So-
I feel so validated with our sex subject.
But that's why I also believe. That's why I always think that quote, "Listen to your heart," is pretty stupid, because emotionally, one day we're feeling this way, another day like this. Our feelings are all over the place. So if you're just listening to your heart, to your feelings, you're gonna get into situations that you're gonna regret.
Yeah, I think another one I heard following up with that is, that tickling your tummy,
Yeah.
not tickle the tummy. What is that? Tummy sticks, not tummy sticks. Tummy sticks. Okay. Anyway.
I know. I'm like, wait, what?
Something about sticky stomach. I don't know,
Sticky
You guys
side?
haven't heard the term? Okay.
like sticky stomach, like.
No. He said, oh, God.
I have so many questions.
We'll talk after.
I'll send it via
A
email.
lot of people are going off the lust. It's the
Yeah.
the happiness, the tickles in the tummy, like that feeling. And
Yeah.
love is just
Butterflies.
so much deeper than that. It's way more than that excitement, that simply
Yeah.
feeling excitement.
And I've told you some women I've gone out with that I felt that way. Remember, I've shared a few times that I was like, oh my God, it was great, it was amazing, I soaked it all in, and then you're like, where's it gonna go from there? And I'm like, who knows? All I know is that I enjoyed that moment.
You've
and
enjoyed
then-
that.
Yeah, and then we'll see where it goes. If it goes somewhere,
Brown
it does.
chicken,
If it
brown
doesn't,
cow. Brown chicken, brown cow.
we'll see where it goes.
I mean, at least you got something out of it.
Very
What do you
want-
guys think? I'm curious to
Yeah.
see what Polly thinks.
It doesn't work. I agree. All my relationships been right on, just right at the beginning. Everyone, and as you could tell, not with any of them. But
Do you-
I never had an opportunity to where I actually get to know somebody first.
And saying that doesn't make that person bad or you bad. It just, you really, and I think so with Sadia,
Well, it's not about bad or wrong.
it's not about right or wrong.
right or
It's
wrong.
learning your own red flags. How to like I said, inconsistency for me. We all know I am independent. I do not want anybody like up my butt, but I do.
We don't either.
I walked into that. I'm surprised John Canifort didn't even have a sound effect. Nothing. I got nothing, and that was a good one I walked into. Train wreck. Verbal train wreck.
Verbal train
There
wreck.
she is. Sit down, Oshi. Sit down. He thinks we're going off air because my inflection changed.
That was great.
I don't think going back. I think I know that about me, right? So I need somebody to check in with me. Let's celebrate our wins. Yeah. But if somebody doesn't, if I'm in a relationship and you don't text me for 6 hours,
Dude, I was literally thinking the same thing. Texting, it's a big return text.
I don't need a text on not like that.
No. I'm not saying like all the time either, but I'm saying if I text you, reply reasonably.
Reply reasonably or just a check-in. And I'm dope with that. God, I want you to accomplish your goals. Go out there and do them solo, do them with me. You let me do mine alone, do them with me. 100%. And I really taught that to myself. But I need that. So I think you really don't know that when you rush in really fast.
I'm not the person that texts us like, where you at,
But
what
it
you
doesn't
doing,
matter.
and all
Hold
that
on.
stuff. No.
I don't need that. This is
That just gets annoying.
See, this just went over your head though, because you're worried about that's something I need.
That's what you want?
No. For
You're
example,
missing the point.
For example, let's say I text, hey, how's your day going? Right?
Well, yeah,
You
everybody
got- wait,
does that.
let's
Say
just-
that at 7 a.m.
Hold
Oh,
on.
right?
Jesus.
And then
Time
it's
out.
10 p.m. and nothing.
Because what this narrative is going to be that I need someone to text me all the time. What I'm saying is when I write down what I need from a man, I need to be led. I need a very masculine guy. I want someone to provide. Doesn't mean I won't be generous. I can tell you. I couldn't tell you 6 months, 12 months ago. I could be like, loyalty, honesty, trust. Well, no shit. If that's not
We
what
have
you're
purposes about
getting,
this.
if that should be a given. So that's not what you need who Chris is. So I need that. If we go on this texting tangent, somebody would be like, oh, and I don't. No. You got to figure out what you need. What I'm saying is in 3 days, I'm not going to know if somebody's consistent.
Correct.
My point is, it's worth it to take time. At the same time, I don't think we need to move. Some of these guys and girls move at a turtle's pace. I'm like, okay, we don't need years. Maybe you do, but some people do take too long because they're hyper independent. They have commitment issues. I'm talking high level.
Or they just don't notice if the other person actually likes them or not.
Well,
I can't get past that
I
point.
have a question that leads to how long should you be engaged?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. How long is reasonably?
Don, how long were you engaged?
Probably 8-9 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you said, oh, really?
Yeah.
You heard
Oh,
it right?
really?
She said,
Oh,
oh,
really?
really?
So I think my ex-husband and I.
Do you think engagement should be this long period or?
No, I mean,
I thought it'd be at least a year.
I don't know who. Look, if you're at the point of engaged, go the next day and get fucking married. Who cares?
Yeah, 'cause I think
I just don't think you should go 2-3 years.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
what I'm
it's-
saying.
But hey, if it works for them, because maybe they've evolved and changed as a
What do you
couple.
need to-
Hold on. Maybe they've evolved and changed as a couple and just were like, yeah, keep the ring. We're engaged because it sounds better than boyfriend, girlfriend. But now we don't want to get married. We want to be together.
I feel like the dating period is kind of once you get more serious with someone and you're dating for a while and you put the engagement tag on it. I feel like part of the dating period is the engagement period. It's just it's the next step that's hey, we're looking to go the next.
Correct.
You get the house and the kid and everything else that comes along with it.
The
Yeah.
full commitment.
One of our viewers said, don't give someone more than they have earned. I agree with you 100%. I think we walk around thinking we deserve love. We earn. And that we did a whole show on that. Oh God, 4 shows ago, 5 shows ago. And I think you should allow, I agree with you. You may like them a lot, but allow them to show you that they are who you think they are. I think, DJ, that why that is true, you have to understand that who you are when you're with them is a better statement. Look, self-compassion, and this leads in by our girl Sadia, and I like this. I think we walk around having a lot of self-compassion, but self-respect is far greater. And the way she broke that, and I think it ties in with this, because when we start respecting ourselves, and this is a great example she used. She said, when I love myself and I get up and I eat pizza and I might go to the spa, eat a ton of carbs, but in a way, that's not loving myself, that's indulgence. And this is how she gave this example. But when I respect myself, I go to the gym, I eat good, I sleep early. She's not saying don't have fun. She's just giving this as an example. She's like, I don't love any of those things. I would prefer not to do them, but I respect myself enough to do it. And that hit hard, because another thing she said, when we have self-compassion and we're looking for a partner or at a partner that might be having bad behavior anywhere in the relationship process, right? We tend to reflect and mirror compassion in others. So if somebody is hitting me or treating me badly or cheating, I may be like, well, he or she, because not all men just hit, women hit too. I get it.
Yeah.
They hit me. Well, their dad hit them. I've been so guilty of these narratives for people not dealing with that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And when we have self-respect, we're like, this is not okay. And we mirror respect, and we tend to attract people that respect. And I think that it goes back to, hold on. Sorry, guys. Intensity is a very different thing than consistency. And I think when we have self-respect and we're clear on what we want, we attract people that are equally like that. Not always, but we'll always respect ourselves to move at that right pace, to learn what triggers our red flags. Our red flags, take accountability. Everything in life that happens to you is your fault, and we're going to get into that next week. It's your fault. And if you have that narrative in your head, you're going to go up, up, up instead of blaming everybody. Different show. But I think when you have that kind of self-respect, guys, you're going to attract or love yourself enough to walk away from things or take the time. If I'm really interested, and God willing, let's all hope that there's a guy out there for me. I will take the time to make sure that I am right for him, because I want other people's happiness, and that he is right for me, because it will be the most important decision. I have 30 viable years left.
Yeah, and we got to keep in mind that it's a
Thank you, Chicken Squawk 2. We're about to get into should you leave a relationship for bad sex, and then we'll wrap it up.
I was gonna say we got to keep in mind that it's hard work, like anything, right? That's good. Like if you want to get in shape, it's discipline and gym and all that. It's not easy. There'll be days you enjoy. There'll be days that you'll be like, oh, I just got to do it. Same thing when you're working on yourself. Like, you know, there'll be times it'll be easy. There'll be times that it'll be hard. Like,
I
like
suck
today.
some days. I
Today,
suck some days.
I texted Jessica that I was going through something this morning
Yeah,
earlier
John.
that I had to go through, and it was not easy, but I did it.
John.
You know.
No, I was just going to say, I think you make your largest strides in your darkest times. Like the
Amen.
shitty times are where you truly grow.
Yep. Case in point.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how it is.
And
That's where you
Frankie,
gotta buckle
I
down.
didn't mean to interrupt, but he rarely gives on mic. I want to, you did. And I like that you came to me and you were like, I feel sad and bad about
Yeah.
this. And I think that's really hard, especially as a man. And when you said it, I joke with you. You know that. It's
Yeah.
how I show love. But like, I was really proud of you, because it's not easy to do anyway, period, to express ourselves. But as a man, I think it's sometimes really hard for them to say those things out loud. And I hear you, and I'm like, you've leveled up, and I see you, and I'm proud of you. I always am, though. And I see, Polly, you're going to get so much shit for this when your friends see that. But I'm super, super proud of you for taking control of your health. And the things you're saying online. Everybody can make fun of you in the world, and I promise you, yes, I'm so proud of you.
I helped out a few people.
Oh, well, we're going to mess with them back. Don't worry. I love them, but I promise you, I'm so proud of you. And Julio, you know I love you to death. Stay on the right track, brother.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting it. It's over for you fools.
Yeah. Well, it
like
better
a
be.
mom.
Better be. Don't ruin my show. Something happens to you, you're going to ruin my show. What's Polly's origin story? Wait,
your
let
superhero,
me
your
just
X-Men.
wrap that up. Well, do you mean orgasm story? No, I'm kidding. He tells them in advance, if you watch the last one, he has to have sex, 3 times a week?
Every 3 days.
Every 3 days. There you go. That's his origin. He started at birth.
Yeah, whether it's a person or with himself.
Yep, either time.
Self-abuse.
Self-care.
All right.
Sure.
Do you want to talk? Real quick again, I want to thank everybody on YouTube. Please subscribe and follow wherever you get your podcasts. We're on all apps, obviously on YouTube to the Wild Style Network. We are on Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora. What am I forgetting? Apple Podcast, Samsung Podcast, Deezer, RSS Community. We can go on and on. If I'm missing some, John, please, please, please. And to all my socials, Tribe Called Jess on TikTok, Tribe Called Jess on Facebook, Tribe Called Jess, the #1 on Instagram. And you can always buy our merchandise at shoptribecalledjess.com. Did I get that right? Because I know we just put those up. All right, awesome. And we appreciate the support. Anybody that wants to sponsor the studio, our podcast, anybody that's interested in doing a podcast, I also handle that, or something for a business, you can email me at tribecalledjessofficial@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to put that together. I work with the owner here. So,
And she's good at what she does, guys.
I am good at what I
Folks.
do. Believe it or not. Imagine that. All right. So we're going to talk some sex because you know it's my favorite subject, even though not having any right now. Sorry for those listening if I just made you all uncomfortable. No, I'm not sorry at all. Not at all. It's my favorite.
It's like an alcoholic being.
It's my
shown
favorite
liquor
thing to
right
be
here.
celibate about. What are you talking about? Who in here doesn't like sex? Raise their hand. You are definitely full of shit, and you are definitely full of shit out there. Did you read the article I sent you?
Yeah, I'm ready to talk about. Are we going to discuss it, or are we just going to introduce it?
I'm going to introduce it.
Insert it.
Are we going to insert it, or just?
Just a tip.
It's just a shit. Shallowing.
Showering.
Who's singing it? Julio.
In the shallow.
Do you want to tell what shallowing is while I get my notes?
Forgot already.
It's just a tip. It's just a tip, and then someone. What was? And you just leave it there. You just
3 inches.
You just marinate.
It's
Oh,
the best
soaking.
way to make it's best way to marinating. It's soaking. Was that shallowing? No.
showering is when you
and then
just
some-
it's just there.
No, marinating soaking is when you hire the bed jumper.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the
Oh,
craziest
you gotta
shit
listen to
I've
the
ever
episode.
heard.
We'll send you that episode. It's hysterical.
Shallowing is the best orgasm. They say you only need the first 3 inches, and then
That's what some people got, Jess.
Well,
So that's all.
So that's all they got.
That's what some people got.
never anything I want to see.
We got to
Sorry.
see that episode. We discussed all that.
Oh, it was
It's
hysterical.
pretty silly.
It was hysterical. We talk about some. I did it backwards because lately I've been starting with sex. I figured I should redeem myself and not look like I'm some kind of
That was the last episode with
and
sex.
lead with maturity.
Ain't no redemption from that, Jess.
I know.
Well, I am who I am. Anyway, we got this article from. I feel so validated. I feel so validated by reading this. So if you're new to the show, the one thing I say in joking, and I'm going to end with something, so don't say it. But I added to it. I preach sex on this show, and it's a lot of people think it's funny. Sex will save your relationship almost every time because it opens not high level guys. It opens such doors for communication, the intimacy it creates, and I mean, you just need it. Like we're born to bang. That's gonna be a good.
Born to bang.
We're born to
That sounds like
bang.
a great 80s song.
I remember "Born to Be Wild." That was a song from the
Oh,
80s.
we're born to bang. I mean, come on,
I
like
think that's what came to
That
mind.
sounds like a license plate.
Born to be wild.
born to bang. I'm gonna
Born to
get.
bang.
Born to bang sounds
We
great.
should get.
We should get like a band to write a song
t-shirt.
about that.
We need a t-shirt.
Heck yeah.
Born to bang.
Born to bang.
Copyright that right now, John. Born to bang.
Born to bang.
I'll have Jeff buy the URL.
Do it now.
Born to
now.
bang.
So, is bad sex a reason to end the relationship? Sorry, guys. But I think what she said, and then we can recap, but I want to set it up, the article. Stop saying generalizations. If you look up the definition of good and bad, none of it equates to what you would equate that to sex, right?
Atrocious.
And I think, what are we saying? I think what she pointed out, sometimes, yes, and this was more at the end of the article, you're just not sexually compatible, period, the ang, you're not going to be, right? I know that pretty quick.
I have actually a lot of questions about this.
Hold on. But I think what she said, a couple things. What happens in the bedroom sets the tone for the rest of the house, good sex is 10% of a relationship and bad sex is 90%. And I 100% agree. And why she said that, and that's why I felt validated, right? If you view sex as an expression, right, it creates intimacy, communication, and connection. And those damn words a year ago and all through the show came out of my mouth far before I ever read this article. Look, it's her words.
Yeah.
And also, I liked this, that she said this, because this would be a big thing for me because I've experienced it in the past and I should have walked away. If the kissing is bad, right, kissing and sex is super important. That almost is more of a deal breaker because that's going to make the sex kind of worse for me. It would, honestly. And then I think, but we also need to understand ourselves. So is sex bad because of is sex chemistry and the sex itself? Look, baby shark,
She's like,
baby shark. Oh, I love that song. Well, remember it was when we were in the World Series. Baby shark.
yeah, don't relate that song with sex.
I mean, there's a mommy shark and a daddy shark in it.
Pretty sure that people on the Nationals have had sex too. So anyway,
Has a baby shark.
the example she gave was women are very much need trust in a relationship, and they've done studies that when they trust fully, they have better sex,
express
meaning
it better.
because they feel safe and stuff. When they don't trust fully, when the man's being naughty, and this could go either way, guys. This is an example to pan it out. Stop taking it black and white, Frankie. I already know you are. Then
Michael Jackson over here.
then the sex is going to be bad because the whole time she's going to be thinking like, I don't trust him. On the flip side of that, do you just have fucking trust issues that you need to work on as a person? Yep. Then that's not necessarily, that's something that's workable within yourself. I also think, and I got yelled at by a girl on TikTok, and then she understood what I was saying when I was talking about, ladies, we need to take accountability for our orgasms. We need to know how to make ourselves come. Remember that? And she's like, one more thing. Do you remember this? Did you see this comment, John? One more thing I can add to my list that a man doesn't have to do for me. And I said, hold on, to put that in context, that doesn't mean that men don't need to try to please you, but you need to be communicating with him about what you want. And then there's something that it's called something men can come much easier than women, right? And I said, so we need as women to be communicating how we come, and we also need to know how to do it for ourselves. So, I mean, you have to take some accountability to communicate and have comfortable, hard conversations with your partner if the sex is bad, without both sides feeling, oh, I'm going to get attacked. Or up front, I need this, you need this. Then there's things you got to be honest about. If you live lifestyle, if you like multiple partners, if you live this, and if the other person doesn't do that, all bets are off from the forefront. So people need to be being honest about that. All right, go ahead, Frankie.
No,
Just chomping at the bit.
No. I think we need a whole segment for this because there's so much to talk about.
We can carry it into next
Yeah.
week.
Because, okay, my first question is this. When do you realize in the relationship that it's bad sex? Was it good before and then it became bad sex to end the relationship? I'm confused about that. Because if it was bad from the beginning, then why were you still, like, trying to make it work, right?
What, you think it's going to get better?
Yeah, like
Well, I'll go back to our last segment of if you're taking your time, you're going to know if sex good. We've talked about this on the show. I can pretty much tell Teflon, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. And that's not always fair. And you said that, and I'm like, that isn't always fair. So, look, I think within I first of all, if you have chemistry with somebody, right? Look, some people are just not sexually compatible. I mean, thought I had chemistry, and I slept with someone.
I also think
Let me finish my thought.
I got so much to say.
let her finish.
Then,
No, go ahead.
if I'm having chemistry and then all of a sudden we have sex, I told you my story. I was just like, stop
Yeah.
middle. I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna work. For me. Which people said was mean. I'm like, why would I waste his time or
I've been
mine?
there, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you did it too.
Yeah.
You did it to the girl in the shower.
No, I have a different story.
Well, we'll
There's
talk
another
about
shower
that.
and there's another girl.
There's another shower and another chick that you told to
This was worse.
Go get
Go-
dressed.
go kick
Nah, this
grass.
is worse, and I still feel bad to this day.
Oh, whatever. I'm sure she's over it. Do you need? Oh, he put up a poll, but I think so.
Yes.
Let's say you have all the chemistry. You've gone that 6. I think
Yeah.
6 months. You fucking know. I think we get in relationships, and exactly what happens: resentment gets created, trust issues get created, these things. But what happens is, and with all the couples, and you and I have talked about this. You and I have talked about this. Polly, you haven't heard this. I've studied so many couples, and I came to the realization. I talked to a few that have been together over 10 years. The same formula every time, guys, and they're having good sex, and they're in love, and sometimes they hate each other, but they communicate and they bang, bang, bang. And if something's not working for them in the bedroom, guess what they do? They talk about it.
I mean, you mentioned something very interesting, like, what the lady said, the article, about sex as a form of expression, right? But I
is.
think it's...
In the relationship.
Yeah, but I'm going to be more specific. It's one form of expression in a
Correct.
relationship, because there's different forms of expressing and communication.
What did
so
she
that's why
say?
to me,
That's what
to me,
she's-
sex isn't necessarily like bad sex necessarily a deal breaker, because it could be a reflection of different issues in the relationship that could be addressed, right?
Well, that's what I just said. I said that too.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm talking my part.
But what if the feelings aren't there? So basically, like, if you're in a relationship for so long, but I guess with her it was 10 months, wasn't it, in the article? And he was thinking about asking her. She said in the article he was thinking might be asking her to get married.
They were
And
together for
they
like
only
10
been
months.
together for 10 months, but maybe the more in love you are, I think the sex is better.
I don't. So, listen,
I don't
you
think
are
it's-
not going to I can only say this from all the couples, all the things we've talked about on the show. I haven't had. I think I've had good relationships. I'm not trying to say it like that. I mean, but obviously I'm in the place I'm at for many reasons, and so I needed to figure out. And so I started what.
I'm just going back to like what bad sex is. So I'm going through the times that I thought it was that I had bad sex.
But you got to think about this, Chris. Everybody I've talked to. You love them, but you're not going to have butterfly. Love isn't butterflies and roses. Love isn't an action. It's intentional.
That was a battlefield.
Could we define what bad sex is, though? What is bad sex?
I mean, there's plenty of
It's
one night
relative.
stands that I have done, and I have stopped in the middle of that and be like, all right, I can't finish, and I'll leave.
Yeah.
will you consider it was bad sex?
Either I wasn't attracted to them or it wasn't good, and there's plenty of times I never finished. I mean, more than enough that I just left.
I think the one lady.
A lot.
But there was the one. I think we're talking not one night stand here though. We're talking. I'm dating somebody.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship with
But
somebody,
I don't think I ever had bad sex in a relationship then.
and that's fair. I mean, I
just don't
I
get
don't
it.
think I have. That's never been the issue. But I think one person said it well, and I think you're right, Frankie. We need to get on 82%, 62. I can't. Sorry, John.
82% said yes, you need sexual chemistry in your relationship, and 37% said no.
But
Going
usually
back.
Oh, go ahead.
No, going back to what you were saying. Shit. Now I see.
But I think chemistry can be worked on. I don't think it's like
Exactly.
Right?
So
Like-
the first time you two do it,
Oh.
it's not going to be the best.
One lady said she doesn't like she's like it's not great sex. But that guy, if you read the article, had everything she wants. She's like, I'd never leave him. He's a good man.
Yeah.
And Nicole XO was like, well, that's not for everyone, but for her, she would be willing to forego that because this is the man of her dreams in every other way.
I don't know.
You also have to understand the value you place on sex for
Exactly.
yourself.
Exactly.
I place a lot of value on sex for many reasons. And you have to know that about yourself. And I do think we need a deeper dive because I don't think this is easily articulated
Yeah.
because I'm going to have to go and do, me.
Yeah, because
You'll get my notes and the easy part, and I'll do the 40 hours of work this week.
Hey, I always tell you, set a time and I'll come join you
Okay.
for the research.
No. No, I
Yeah.
can't. I can't work with someone like that.
Oh, no, never. So, but I was also thinking what you're saying, because I'm literally, I always also picture myself
I
in
know.
situations.
He
So I
gets
was like-
defensive over a situation that's not even his.
I know, right? So I'm
The
thinking like
hypotheticals.
how much could it affect like what bad sex in my relationship, right? I'm thinking everything's great, but then it's like she wants to do it, and you're like, oh man,
Like King of Queens.
what
But
happens?
why
When,
are you
uh,
talking in a committed
When he
relationship?
Correct.
when he convinced his wife to do the strip class,
Oh,
yes.
but she sucked at it.
So
But
he did it instead.
Yeah, that was a great.
Yeah.
But
That's the thing.
there's got to be a reason if
Great
you're
show.
in
I
that.
love it.
And let's leave it here because I agree, and we'll lead with this next week.
Of course, we wouldn't
No,
finish
But
just
it's
like
exactly
bad
what you
sex.
said, though. It
an hour and a half.
depends
That
how
was a
much, how important it is as an individual. Because remember, I always give you the hypothetical. How about if you're in a great relationship, everything's great, and then you have an accident, and now your husband is paralyzed and can't have sex? You're gonna be like, well, I can't have this great sex. I guess, peace out. Good luck to you and your, are you gonna stay? Or are you gonna go? So it depends how much worth you put into sex. And it's like you're having sex all the time too.
I don't know what relationship you're
I
fucking in,
know.
but I am.
Some people have it
but
like
I'm
every
saying
2
that
days.
You really having sex 24/7. It's like sex is only pleasurable you're not having sex all the freaking time.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
do
of
run
course,
out of orgasms.
Nope, I wasn't saying that, and that's ridiculous. Of course,
But that's
not.
what I'm saying, like,
but
how
every
much-
day is fine with me. Twice a day, even better.
Except for the last how many days?
That's on purpose because I need to focus on what kind of woman I want to be for the man I want.
But yeah, I mean, I really love this topic. When you sent that, I would like to discuss it further.
I will let you come plan with me if you commit to a time. We will sit in my kitchen and plan. We'll move my one desk downstairs.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
You look like a grumpy monkey. Are we gonna have to fight?
No. Because
You look upset.
No, I already told you when
It's the
I
lack
really
of
get
sex.
into something,
Frankie needs to fuck more.
Okay.
See what's going
Thank
on?
you.
oh hell no.
Oh wait, see. What happened?
Pay to yourself, bro. Congratulations.
How many titties did you see this week?
I think I did everything. I've done. What do you call that again? The one we were talking about earlier. The
What?
term we were talking about. The you only 3 inches.
Oh, you shallowed this
Shallow,
week?
I've done shallowing. It's fun.
Did you do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Wait, you weren't doing the soaking.
No, the shallowing.
Did you have? Oh, you should have done the soaking and had the other.
The shallowing
person.
was fun too. I mean, I came.
She not come?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Was there enough time?
I don't know if she came, but I know she was.
John,
sorry,
are you
bro.
ready to kill us? I am wrapping up. I promise. Are you ready to kill me, John?
It was pretty
I'm
wet.
wrapping up.
Oh, there you go.
I did ask John permission. He was very sweet to go over because I knew this one would take, and we haven't been on air.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Just realized what time
All
it is.
right.
I know my dehydrator over here. I was like, why?
Yeah.
So fuck all this serious shit. Life is way too short, people, to have shitty sex and bad relationships. And what do I always say? If it's not bringing you income, inspiration, or an orgasm, why are we fucking with it? Thanks so much for tuning in, guys.
Ooh.
Thank you, YouTube subscribers. Please write in those questions. Please hit me up. We'll see you right here next Thursday, 8:30. Take good care, guys. Later.
Later.
See ya.
Buy merch.
Buy merch, yes.